Okay, so um, today we're going to learn about while loops. So the way while loops work is it's saying that while something is true, keep doing this. Um, so let's look at the general format for using while loops. So the first thing you write is the word while, and the last thing you write for your while loop is the word end. Right next to while you have your condition. So like I said, um, your condition is something like while x is less than maybe I don't know 25, keep doing this, and then you somewhere in here you would increment x by 1 or something along those lines. You can basically make it anything. There are a lot of things you can do with your um, while loops, and then you can also have other arguments and statements inside of your while loop. So that's the gist of how a while loop works. So now let's look at it in action. So this is actually, I think, one of the SAT problems I had, or maybe one of the logic problems I worked on earlier, a few years ago. So if you have, if you're told to sum all the integers from 1 through 100, how would you find it using a while loop? Now from practice, we know that what you would do is you would add 1 plus 100, 1 plus 100, which is 101. Then you would do 2 plus 99, which is also 101. So you know you have 50 pairs of 101s. So it's basically 101 times 50, which gives you 5050. Okay? So now we're going, since we already know the answer, we know we should get 5050 when we sum it all up using MATLAB. So the first thing we would do is, let's look at this format. First thing we write is the word while, and the last thing we write is end. Now we're starting from 1 and we're going up to 100. So I'm going to say my x is starting at 1, so x is equal to 1. And I know that I'm going to go up to 100, and I'm also going to include it. So I'm going to say x here while x is less than or equal to 100. You can also say that x is less than 101. It will do the trick, but I like to use less than or equal to, but they will both do the trick. So just so you know, but yeah, just so you know, you can use x is less than 101 if you wanted to. And then inside your while loop, you would say, let's see, you want to sum it up. So you would create a y of x is equal to x. Okay? And then you would say x is equal to x plus 1, because you have to increment it. Unlike for loops, while loops will keep, if you don't change the value of x, this will become a forever while loop, and it will just keep going on, and your computer you'll have to force quit or force stop the program from running. Okay, so here the first thing that happens is MATLAB goes up to this point right here. It says, alright, so we know we assigned x is equal to 1. So we'll go here. It says, okay, x is 1, which is less than 100. So I'm going to, since it's less than 100, I'm going to go inside the loop. So it penetrates the loop, goes here, alright. And it says, alright, I'm going to make a new array labeled y. And then the first entry, since x is 1, I'm going to make the first entry of y equal to 1. Then it will go down here and it says, alright, so the new value of x, I'm going to change the current value of x to the current value of x plus 1. So since x was 1, it will say, alright, I'm going to change the value of x to 2. and it'll go from here, it'll go back up to this line right here. It says, alright, now x is equal to 2, which is still less than 100, less than or equal to 100. So it will say, alright, I'm going to go down into this, inside the loop, and it will say, alright, so since x is 2, y sub 2 is equal to 2, is equal to 2. Then we'll go down here to this line of code. It'll say, alright, now I'm going to change, now I'm going to increment the value of x by 1. So we'll change x is equal to 3. Then we'll go back up here. It says, alright, now the value of x is equal to 3, which is still less than or equal to 100. So we'll make it 3. It will go back down here, and it will say, alright, y sub 3, so the third value in the vector y, is equal to 3. Then we'll go down here, and we'll say, alright, x is equal to x plus 1. So since x was 3, now it will become 4. We'll keep doing this up until it gets to 100. So x is equal to 100 now, okay? So it will go down here, and it will say, alright, so the 100th element of y is going to be 100. And then it will go down here, and since we said x was 100, it will increment x to 101. And then it will try to go back up here, and it will say, alright, is 101 less than or equal to 100? The answer is no, so it will kick out of the loop, and it will go down here to see if there's more code to run. So now notice that this only gives you, this should only give you an array. Let me hide that first and then run it. Now it will give you an array that has numbers 1 through 100. So that doesn't sum it up quite yet. So what you have to do after the while loop is say sum y. So sum up all the elements of y. And if you run the program now, it will give you the answer you wanted. It will tell you that the answer is 5050, which is what we wanted to get in the first place. So that's all that I want to talk about for while loops. They're pretty simple and self-explanatory. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you for watching.